Okay, hello everyone. My name is Rodney, and this is the Innovation Corner on Hope Channel Uganda. I'm so happy and blessed. I'm right here sitting in an aeroplane. Of course, the gentleman we are hosting today is going to explain what this is, but this is really looking interesting, and I'm already feeling the vibe. So I'm right here with this gentleman. He's going to introduce himself, his business, and we are going to know more about Wama Aero Innovation. Okay, hello, sir.
Hi there, this is Ivan, the aviation guy from Wama Air Innovations. Wama Air Innovations was started in 2023. When I just come back from school, I got together with my partners and the engineers, so we started this idea. Why did I have to start this idea? I encountered a lot of intricacy in flying. So, and I thought it right to come and start this kind of business. That is simulator building and simulator craftsmanship. So when we started at a low scale. But I really thank the head of state, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for the platform that he put forward. Because I would have had this business and failed out on the marketing of it and the exposure of it. Thank to the President, His Excellency. I salute you, the General, that we have this opportunity.
Yes.
We come in here, showcase what we have, free of charge, okay? And I really thank the Minister, STI, Honorable Dr. Monica Msenero, for he has put the initiative in place. The more reason we're here, the more reason we are exposed. I can advertise my business, and the number of people that have really come and visit my store is so big to the extent that I could not have that initiative alone as a person. Next, I would like to thank also the head of department, the aeronautical department, Dr. Doreen Agaba. I salute you, Dr. Doreen Agaba. Thank you so much. Well, when it comes to Wama Aero Innovations, we do simulators and locally made simulators here in Uganda.
Okay, locally made simulator.
Exactly, this is the ingenuity of Ugandans. Okay, and we are into this business. We are looking for market, we are looking for knowledge, we are looking for stakeholders to help out boost this kind of business. Well, flight simulators enhance flight training. They ease the whole process of flight training, and they cut the costs. At the same time, they cut the time that you would have spent when learning out of flying. You should know, the more time you spend in an ATO or aviation school, the more time you spend there, the more money you incur. Okay? And to learn how to fly, you need to have basics, procedures, checks, and muscle memory. That can all be done in the comfort of the simulator, where it's less costly. Okay? People always ask, what contributes to the big sums of money for flight training? And let me try to elucidate it and break it down for you. One, there are very many people who act or play a role for a particular flight. Say, for instance, you are going to the general flying area. You need to hire the aircraft. Most of these ATOs or flight schools that we have do not own their own aircrafts. So they hire or lease them from what? From other people.
Yeah.
Now, from proprietors. Now, when they lease these aircraft, it's upon you, the user, to pay that lease fee for that day. Okay, you got to have that's money. Number two, you got to have the guy who's supplying you with avgas. Avgas is the fuel that you put in the aircraft, full tank. Number three, you have to pay insurance for that aircraft. We fly with insurance on it. Okay, it's still on the end user. Number three, you got to pay the maintenance costs of that aircraft. Okay, I'm trying to elucidate how big sums of money really come up during flight training. Okay, you have to pay the maintenance cost. Okay, you have to pay the instructor. Okay, and at the end of the day, you have to pay a subscription fee or a certain fee for the school for which you subscribe to as a student.
Yeah.
So when you add that all, do the math.
It's so much.
It's huge.
And I think our Ugandans here can't afford it.
Exactly.
That's why you have students who subscribe.
Exactly. Now, how are we going to create big numbers into flying?
Yeah.
By initiation of flight training device. Here you get the basics that you would have got in the actual aircraft. You get the checks you would have got in the actual. You have procedures you would have got in the actual aircraft.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then you also get muscle memory. All right. In the simulator. So the same knowledge is being passed on to the other side at a lesser fee. Does this have sense?
So
Next.
I have a few questions. Okay,
Yeah.
first finish.
Next, with flight simulators, they bring the whole aviation concept closer to people.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You would have died without sitting into a cockpit of a Bell 206 Jet Ranger.
That's right.
But because of the privileges of a flight training device, a flight simulator, you are now seated in a cockpit of a Bell 206 Jet Ranger.
That's right.
Amazing!
That's right.
That wouldn't have happened. Okay? There are very many Ugandans here who have come in here and had a look and had a seat into the cockpit because of the flight training devices of all the simulator. Okay? When you look across just on our left, there is the ATC, air traffic control, okay, station, okay, that controls this aircraft to the other aircraft. Okay? Now, many Ugandans don't even know what happens at the tower. But they've got the privilege now. They are looking at what happens at the tower. Simulation is over there. So, simulation, my brother, is the way to go in modern times.
That's right.
It's the way to go. Okay? The other thing about flight training devices, simulators, there are very many scenarios that we cannot actually practice on an actual aircraft. You're not going to kill someone. You can't kill an engine or engine failure.
You can't do your try and error.
Oh, no, no. But you can do it here. Okay? There are procedures that you can't repeat when flying an actual aircraft. But with the simulator, you can pause,
Yeah.
get ready, get instructions, repeat the same scenario over and over and over until when you practice it. So if I'm here to discuss the advantages of simulators, there are very, very many who would spend the whole day, but to mention a few.
Okay, now I want you to tell me about your market. I've been seeing some videos of young people who are really young. So I want to understand who are your target market? Who are those people who usually come to you? Are they people are they adults? Are they young people? Are they youths? So who are those?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity at least to speak to the market, that the prospective market that I think would come to me, because this is a new thing. Hey, market out there, thank you so much. One, ATOS, accredited flight training organizations, you call flight schools. They should come on board. Okay? Number two, the masses. We have the Junior Aviation Club. We have the Middle Age Aviation Club. Junior Aviation Club starts from age of 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. Okay? Then we have the middle class club from 10 to 18. Then from 18 to and above. Okay? They are all people that we expect to come and enjoy the privilege of a simulator. Okay? The other class is my fellow pilots taking on licenses. Okay? You've taken your pilot, you've taken some time without flying. Okay? Now you want to resume actual flying. Before you even think of that, come sit on a simulator. Okay? Rekindle your gut of flying. That's another class of what? The other class, schools. Schools. Because aviation falls under the Director of Industrial Training, DIT. It's a skill. It's a skill 100%. Okay?
We have very many secondary schools.
We're looking at secondary school that would come, and because aviation schools were not possible previously because lack of equipment. To conduct an aviation club, you need equipment. It's not about stories, narrating this and the other. No. Aviation 100% is a skill that needs equipment so that you can put it in practice. Okay, so schools are part of the market that I'm looking to. Okay, the other market is homesteads, estates, the Webaja estates, the Ruwa estates, the Chitende estates can sit down as parents and say, okay, let us invite Ivan with his simulator. And at least he has a full week session during the holiday with our kids. So I engage them that way, give them the skill. Ladies and gentlemen, try to change the way kids interact in the modern times. Let them interact educatively. This business of giving kids Nintendo games, Xbox, playing PlayStation, playing games that are so violent, they rather indulge in this. This is productive. Okay? You rather indulge your kid into this. I mean, involve your kid into this than the kid playing games that are someone stabbing the other and they yell around. At the end of the day, you're creating something into a kid. Those games are so dangerous. Otherwise, are no longer doing that. Okay, they are involving kids into productive skills. Okay, in a game form. So the likes of Miyenga Estate and everywhere, they can also organize. Okay, I think we can call on this guy, and he comes in here for a week. Okay, to engage our kids instead of kids playing around and playing all the time on phone. Or that it can be worked out that way.
Okay, now before we continue, can you demonstrate something real quick?
Okay. Okay. Let's get ready for a flight. Now, right now we are at Old Entebbe Airport, and we are going to have a scenic flight for both Entebbe, Old Entebbe, and the New Entebbe. And there you go. We have a takeoff now. Okay, there we go. We are airborne. Exactly. And we fly now. Let's have a turn. That's the tower. That's the tower for the Entebbe Airport. And this is the new airport. The other one is the old airport. Why don't we go through it and see? Okay. So this is the airport. Yeah, we are above the airport. Flying above. And let's turn and go to the airport and land. Okay. There is the old airport. Okay. We are flying 70 knots. We are flying 50 knots, 55 knots. Okay. And we are straight and level. We are an altitude of 4,200 feet. So let's start to descend as we came in. Okay. This is the old airport, and that's where we're gonna park. The good thing about choppers, you can land anywhere you feel like. Yep. And thank you so much. We touched down, eh?
Okay, really interesting.
Just flying, you know.
It's really it's real.
Yeah,
So
it's real.
a simulator.
It's a simulator.
So it works like the real flying. So I want you to tell our viewers how can they reach out to you? Just in case I'm a school, I'm a parent, I'm this and this. How can I reach out to you?
Yeah, before you reach out to me,
Yeah.
I want to thank the President of the Republic of Uganda. We can have this. Okay? This is his initiative. This is the President's cry. Innovators, scientists, innovators, scientists, innovators. If it weren't for him shouting it loud, none of this would have happened. Okay? We go out there, get knowledge, we bring it back here, we put it in practice. So, this is Musei's conquer. This is Musei's win. Okay? We pray he comes back next time. Okay. So, the question, where do they find us? Okay. We at Wama Air Innovations, we are located along Queensway. Okay. As you head to Chibuye, there's a petrol station called Gal Petrol Station. I repeat, Gal Petrol Station. Jump off of Gal Petrol Station, or if you come in driving, park at Gal Petrol Station. We just next Gal Petrol Station, HS Kiwiriki Complex at ground floor. That's where we are. Yeah. You can also look for us at YouTube Wama Aero Innovations, YouTube, and TikTok Wama Aero Innovations. At the same time, we got content there. Please like and subscribe.
Hello everyone, my name is Rodney and this is the Innovation Corner on Hope Channel Uganda. The Innovation Corner is where we bring you men and women, old and young, people who are trying to make a difference in this world. And of course, we've been having our series where we are looking at different businesses. We had series where we were learning about innovation, how to start a business, how can you start something with a few funds, and how can you market your business using technologies and new tools that we have. And today we have a special episode because we had a catch up with our guest for today, and yeah, we had some really good conversations. And yeah, after this conversation we said we shall have to meet again and we dig deeper into this conversation. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you Mr. Ivan.
A very good morning, everyone, wherever you are. Pleasure being here.
Okay, Mr. Ivan is from Wama Aero Innovation. So we met Mr. Ivan in the National Science Week, and he had something really interesting. I think his innovation, him and the team were the most outstanding team that we interviewed at Kololo, and we said, yeah, we shall have to expand on this interview to know more about Wama Aero Innovation, to know more how they started this, and of course to learn from their journey. So, Mr. Ivan, we are in this conversation. We are going to start straight right away. So, tell us about you as a person. What should we know about you?
Okay, I'm called Ivan Mukasa Mulia from Wama Aero Innovations.
Okay.
And I will really, before I even kickstart, thank the great opportunity that has been offered to me by Hope TV. This is really great, and God bless you. Wama Aero Innovations is a simulation company. What is simulation? Simulation is look like a replica of actual aircrafts, but this time these aircrafts don't fly; they're on ground. Okay, simulation is a growing industry globally to enhance flight training. It is so hard to groom or bring up a pilot due to a lot of factors that come in. But to ease the whole process of flight training, the whites came up with the idea of simulation, and it's when we went there to study, we picked it up and brought it home.
Okay.
Yeah. So Wama Aero Innovation is the company that falls within those lines. And we were born in 2023, immediately when I had just come back from school. There are a lot of challenges that I made during my course of flight training. However, prior going to flight school, I was also involved in simulation. That's the inspiration. That's how it all came up. You know, no dream is big. No dream is big. You just gotta be patient with the dream and take it on step by step. My aviation journey is so funny. You know, it all started with the simple Nokia games of planes, really playing around with them. Then when the era of smartphone came up, the graphics of the game had to advance, and I had to take it to another level together. Then all of a sudden, there's a guy called Innocent. He's a very good friend of mine, came from Dubai. Said, "Hey, you're still playing around with those things." And this time I had advanced to tabs, and he's the one who had even brought me that tab. He said, "Hey, you're still playing around with those games. Why don't you elevate the thing? There is a new software called Explain 11. It depicts, but you cannot run it on any normal machine. Okay, you need to have a pure graphics machine, graphics for what? For gaming or hard graphics." So I came up with a laptop. You can't even believe I bought a laptop at $18,000.
$18,000. Gaming machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had a laptop, $18,000. In fact, it was, by the way, it was even second hand. He had a Pakistani that had drawn it from California. Then went to Abu Dhabi. Then she was shipped from Abu Dhabi to me. Then this is how I started. So there was a lot of realism. That pushed me to go to. Then at the backyard in my home, I had a spare room. Then inside, putting up something like a simulator. So it's from there that I got inspired and went for flying school. In South Africa during Port, and I studied Blue Chip Flying School. Okay. So I was there, had my training, but how do I advance the ingenuity of flight simulators to this extent as where we are? When I went at Blue Chip, we had a simulator. And my instructor used to fight with me so hard. My attention was on the ingenuity of the simulator. How was it engineered? I mean, this was made my man, and I think I can do it. So all the time I would request permission to get into the simulator room, and it's so strict that you just don't bump into there unless you have you have an appointment there or you have a session there. So the room is so strict. But on weekends, like Sunday, it used to push me go on Sunday, help out those guys who are really maintaining it and get into it. So I got to learn how the things are put together. So when I came up here, I said, okay, I've encountered challenges during my course of training. Yes, I accept. But why don't I help out the young ones who are really coming in? And when I went there, I saw that flying is just any ordinary thing. They no longer see it as something that is unique, very complex. Because there, you can find a 55-year-old man at flight school trying to get his license because he brought his own plane. And these are rich guys. He says, okay, I think I should own a Beechcraft. Then he goes, starts flight training, goes solo, he goes nav, and there he gets his license. So during the weekend, he gets, okay, I'm going to fly my family from Pretoria to Cape Town or Josie or wherever, Flying is... So, and when I reached there, none of the credentials that I own myself was asked. I had everything photocopied, sealed and put in an envelope. Had a file with me here when my first instructor, Risego, this kid's a young man called Risego, told me, what's that? These are my credentials. We don't need your credentials. Are you from an English-speaking country? I said, yeah. I said, okay, we shall rock and roll, don't you worry. Put it away. I don't need your certificates, licenses, or whatever degrees. You speak English? Yes. Let's go. Let's heat it up. So went for my first briefing, principles of flight. I went through it. And so it has been generally a journey. But mainly, Our focus as Wama Aero Innovation is to simplify the art of flying.
Simplify.
That, just like I've said, no dream is big.
Yeah.
Anyone can become a pilot.
Okay.
Because it's a skill.
Okay.
That's why when we graduate or when we are done with the license of any level, you're not given honors, you're not given certificates, we're not given diplomas, we're not given degrees, PhDs, masters. We're given licenses.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we are casual laborers. We are skilled laborers.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
And what you should know, these licenses are under the regulatory authority for which you're flying, for which country you're flying. Okay?
Yeah.
So for instance, if I have a CAA license, then I'm licensed by the Uganda Civil Aviation Authority.
Yeah.
If I have a South African Civil Aviation Authority, then I'm licensed to that. Okay? So you don't need to have a lot of books to join aviation.
Okay.
However, there are very many challenges in aviation.
So
Okay.
I want us to first go a little bit. You mentioned when you had when you got $18,000 to purchase a computer. So I want to first understand, what did you use this computer for specifically?
Simulation.
Simulation.
Exactly.
Okay.
But at the time, a road strict, it's a road strict computer, was very expensive because it was new on the market. We're talking about 2016, 2015.
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah.
That's where we come from.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 years back.
Yeah, that's where we come from. Road strict, that computer.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very expensive at that time. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a laptop, a gaming laptop, and I think viewers out there know what a gaming laptop is.
Yeah, yeah.
What we're talking about here.
Yeah, for sure.
Log Strix.
Yeah.
They know. And like I was saying, I met a lot of challenges during my course of flight training.
Yeah.
And had I known, I wouldn't have encountered the same.
Okay. So
Okay.
can you break down some of the challenges?
Okay. Challenge number one, ignorance.
Okay.
Ignorance is really a factor. Okay. In aviation, in the modern way of aviation, you just don't come and bump yourself into the cockpit without knowing anything. You will literally burn a lot of money and time. Because each time of flight, you pay for it.
Okay.
There are many factors out there and very many players out there that affect that single flight. One, there's a guy who's going to sell you gas. There's a guy who's going to sell you insurance. The guy who owns that plane, because most of these flight training schools don't own planes, they lease them
Yeah.
or hire them. So you, the end user, got to pay
You have to pay for it.
because the school doesn't need it. Okay, it's under contract.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
they pay. The contract is we pay per usage. If it's there for a week, then they're not going to pay it, and they consent. The owner, the proprietor, together with the school, consented to that. So you, the user, you got to pay for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there is an instructor. And you got to pay a subscription fee for the school for which you are a student.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Because they are there for business.
Yeah.
Now, if you run the numbers, the ambiguity of sums of money really come from that end.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
They really come from that end. Insurance. Oh, I had forgotten maintenance.
Maintenance.
You got to pay maintenance fee for that. The insurance, maintenance, aircraft instructor, proprietor of the aircraft. Then you look at the subscription fee of the school.
Yeah.
So why would you go into all that?
When
Simply because you want to learn basics.
Yeah.
Simply because you want to learn procedures. Simply because you want to learn checks.
And
You rather do them.
I also think we have very many kids, even adults, growing up wanting to be pilots, but their dream failed just like that due to those challenges.
Due to challenges of a kind.
So I think that's why if we have something like a simulator, because the other time I was in the simulator, I sat in there and we were communicating. It felt
real.
Very
real.
So I think if now we can have such solutions, we can revive some of these dreams.
Exactly. We can really lift up people's dreams of becoming a pilot, and it is through simulation that we can even reach an extent of exporting pilots, just like Ethiopia is doing, just like South Africa is doing, just like Nigeria is doing. It's all about simulation. Hey, look, if you want to go for a rating of a Boeing 737 or an Airbus A330 or 320, you don't actually do the training on an actual aircraft. The training is done on a simulator. And you're certified. Next thing, kaboom, you're the first officer on our Airbus A330, Uganda Airlines. But the real session, the real training was done on a simulator. Because you don't have the funds, okay? You don't have the funds to all the time lift that big aircraft because you are training.
I even watched a
movie.
No
one has those funds.
I watched a certain movie some time back, and it was about these people who go to space. They also use simulators.
Exactly.
So
that's why simulation is a booming industry that is really coming up to ease the whole process. And let me tell you something. As the world grows, traveling is of essence. Okay. Fast movement, fast traveling, like airlines or something like that, I mean, enhance the economy because they open borders broadly in a fast way so that end-to-end business can really come handy. Okay, so we need more pilots. And the only way to have more pilots that are top-notch, efficient, right on point, we need to have simulators. Because there are even times when we go for simulator sessions and those sessions are really logged into our logbooks. Like say for instance, when I was doing my basic IR, my basic instrument flight rule, my basic instrument flight rule was done on a simulator. I simulated thunderstorms, raining, wind shear, and everything was done because you cannot ask the weather. Tomorrow be IMC, instrument meteorological conditions, be IMC so that I have my training. Okay.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. Okay. The weather has its own character and dictates its own what? Its own ways of existence. So you have to go into a simulator. So I came here home, dreamt of that. At least I would add something onto my nation. We all strive so hard and go abroad to study. Very important. But what our motherland waits after we've come back is to provide what have you brought? I remember one time the president was saying, people go out there, study, and they come back, and you find them tomorrow in a seminar. A sensitization seminar. Yet they would be the ones sensitizing, but they've gone for sensitization. Funny.
That's right.
So this is no joke. As a Ugandan, patriotic to my country, I went, I saw, I brought home. This ingenuity is real. And Ugandans should embrace it.
I want you to there's something specific. I want you to tell me about now the journey from the school to here. How were you able to implement this vision of the simulator here?
When I came back in June 2023. June 2023. When I had just touched down, one of my friends called Ugorobi Eddie. Hey, Captain, do you know that there is there is, was it an expo at Entebbe, the old airport? Aviators are going to clutch there. A lot of people are going to. It's going to be an air show and something like that. So it's going to. Was it a 5-day? Yeah, it was a 5-day session. I said, like, I'll get time and go there. Because I was missing home. I wanted to be all the time home. Then the following evening, he goes, did you go there? I said, no. I didn't, but maybe I'll go there on the 3rd day.
Yeah.
3rd day calls me in the morning. Get up, you need to go there. So when I went there, I caught up with some lady called Brenda. She took me through. I was expecting to see simulators. Like it is where I've been.
Yeah.
Okay? For any air show, simulators have to prevail. People come, pay monies, they simulate, get hands-on experience. Others are flying, maiden flights and everything. Everything is done. It's when I say, ish, I need to have a lot of energy into simulation.
Yeah.
How can this all happen? Trust me, there were a lot of people in 2023 at the old airport. If someone went there, can you intensify for 5 days? An entrance was 50,000. Kind of expensive, but there were a lot of people there. I said, how can this really happen? Without a simulator here. I told this young lady, Brenda, no, I think I should make a simulator and bring it here. It's from there that I picked up the idea. I started putting up one slowly by slowly. You know, things are very expensive. Ordering them from the States, coming up here, paying a lot of money in DHL, FedEx, and looking at the taxes themselves, it's quite... But somehow I managed. Then, the same year, I was invited, the same lady invited me, Brenda. There's what we call Science Week here in Uganda. You need to go, at least take one of your simulators there and showcase. The little piece that I took, she gave it to me on short notice. There was, meaning 2 weeks, yeah. I got my crafts guys put up together, welded bars and something. It was crazy. I wish we had the pictures. But you know, Rome wasn't built in one day. It's a journey. You come slowly by slowly. But trust me, when we took it there at Coro, we fall in the aeronautical department, governed by the big lady, Dr. Doreen. Dr. Doreen, Dr. Monica Msono, we are pleased. It's the first one of its kind in Uganda. At that time, it was so good. Everyone got excited. Even the president came in and said, is it made in Uganda? Yes. You know, Uganda's policy is that for any innovation, it should be at least 75% indigenous material. Because it serves no sense importing the whole thing and bringing it here. It's not innovation. You have to juggle around with the materials that are prevailing. And that's why at this time, we hope by next year we won't be importing parts. We've reverse engineered the parts, and we are in the process of advancing them to the global market. As Wama Aero Innovations, we are advancing, and we shall have our switch panels labeled Wama Aero Innovations being sold out to Kenya, Rwanda, because simulation is the way to go and people are into it. But the issue is it's very expensive, very expensive. But we've come up with this idea. We know we gotta catch up the market because ours will be less expensive.
That's right.
So we call on government to have its hand in. This is a good business. It can bring revenue, and it can call attention. Okay. Every atoll would wish to have a flight simulator because approved training school, or accredited training school, or aviation training school would love to have a simulator. But what kicks everyone off is the expense. The expense of putting up a simulator. Trust me, simulators are much more expensive than actual aircrafts that you should know. They're very much expensive than, because if you look at a Boeing that could be rated as AATD, Advanced Aircraft Training Device, the last pitch of it goes for $5 million. From $5 million to $20 million. Can you imagine?
That's a lot.
A SIM, emotional platform, and a basic one okay, would run from $1 million to $3-4 million, $5 million. Basic one that ain't on motional platform. You see how expensive it is. But it's a one-time buy. Once you have it, okay, then you are going to train pilots forever and ever, because it's hard for a simulator to break.
Yeah.
Unless you're so reckless and negligent,
Yeah.
and you're doing it out of malice.
Yeah.
Because it's stationed there, okay, it's always serviced, and the only thing you service is the software.
Yeah.
And if a piece of hardware breaks, take it out, plug and play. So that's why they are very expensive. And they are very expensive at the same time, because you're not going to use the other channel. You're mainly going to focus on this. So these people have to get some revenue out of it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So if we have people like Wama Air Innovations, Ugandans born fresh and blood, I would say kids of the soil, making this here in Uganda, then trust me, we can hit the market elsewhere.